Hey guys, welcome back to Southern Gal True Crime. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I just want to come on here real quick. And there's been a lot happening with in the news lately with a lot of cases that we've been following. So I just have some follow-up articles, a little bit of additional information on some of those cases. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us tonight. I share missing persons, cold cases, some true crime in the news, like we're going to talk a little bit about tonight, and anything true crime related that I find interesting and I think you guys might find interesting. So, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, hit that like button, like, shares, comments, all those things help small channels like mine get this important information out to more people, especially the missing persons and the cold cases. Those are the most important things that I share on my channel. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. I do put stuff on the page and in the group that I don't put here on YouTube, so definitely check it out. If you have any questions, comments, you can feel free to email me, or you can either email me or you can just pop a comment in any of my live streams or videos, and I will get to it. If there is a case that is close to your heart that you think is not getting enough attention, maybe it's, knew the victim, or it's from your home city, your hometown, your home state, or anywhere, any story that you know of that you want more awareness to be brought to it, email it to me, the state it's from, the victim's name, any information you have, and I will do my research, and I'll do a case of the week on it or include it in my missing persons. That is what I'm here for. All right. Let's see if anybody else is going to pop in here. If you would like to help support the channel and the search for the missing, because I do donate anything. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account, a PayPal Me account. I have a Southern Gal True Crime merch. And a portion of anything donated or merchandise bought goes to a nonprofit organization. Very wonderful group of people goes out and helps families free of charge, help find their missing family members, works on cold cases, tries to bring closure to these families. So please do consider donating. I'll go ahead and put the trigger warning, adult content up. A lot of the cases and stories that we talk about are disturbing because they do involve children. Unfortunately, it seems like all these stories are coming out in the last couple of weeks about these poor kids that are not being taken care of and bad things are happening to them. So just trigger warning. I never get graphic on here, and that's not the way I operate. It's no drama, no BS, just stick to the facts, not get too graphic. So, before we get into our updates, I always share missing persons at the beginning of all my videos or live streams. I do have some good news. I had featured Nikki Wright. I've been featuring her for about the last week or so now, week and a half. She had gone missing from Arkansas, Van Buren, Arkansas. Very strange case. There had either Nikki or somebody who was in control of her phone or cloned her page. There was some very disturbing stuff posted on either her Facebook page or a clone page. Very disturbing stuff. There was rumors that she could be in Mexico, but I checked today, and this information comes from the Morgan Nick Foundation Facebook page, and Nikki has been found safe. So that is always good news when somebody is found safe. I featured Allison LaRue, I believe, in my last live stream. Or actually, I think it was from our Missing Person Monday video. She had gone missing from Central Arkansas. She has been found safe. Says that she has been located and is safe. So that is good news. But unfortunately, I have a lot of missing children again, missing persons. So this is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He is missing from Tennessee. So the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation released this statement earlier today. It says an endangered child alert has been issued for 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers on behalf of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. He was seen earlier today near Stafford Court in Hendersonville. He was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. He is 5'5" tall, 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. It says that he has a medical condition that may impair his ability to return safely without assistance. Does not say what kind of medical condition it is, but regardless, if it endangers or impairs his ability to maybe communicate and be able to return home, it's always scary. So if you have seen Sebastian or have any information about him or his whereabouts, please call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615 451-3838 or the Texas Bureau of Investigation at 100 and find TBI find 22. All right. We also have, I believe, from the Tennessee area, Emily Nichols Flynn Bradley. She is 5'2", blue eyes, blonde hair. It says she was last seen late Sunday evening on the 18th in the area of Nashville, Pike and Trinity Lane in East Nashville, Tennessee. She was driving a silver 2014 Chevy Cruze with Florida license plates. She was wearing a navy blue overcoat, black leggings, and leg warmers. Missing person reports have been filed in Nashville, and Shelbyville, and Burns, Tennessee. I'm sorry, I'm leaning close to the camera, but I'm reading off my phone. It's very small. So if you have any information or have seen her, please contact the MNPD Detective Mills at 615-862-7239. And apparently there's a reward, but it doesn't say how much the reward is. But regardless, we need to find these folks. Like I said, when I was looking today, lots of missing people, unfortunately. Next, this is from Arkansas, City Mays. She is missing from Fort Smith, Arkansas. She went missing January 31st, so almost a month now. She is 16 years old, a black female, 5'7", 175 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. She was last seen in Fort Smith, Arkansas, but she may be staying in the area of Marianna, Arkansas. So if you have any information about Miss Mays, please contact the Fort Smith Police Department at 479-709-5100. We also have another missing juvenile, David Blair. He went missing from Ward, Arkansas. He was last seen on February 9th. So it's been about 3 weeks now. He is 17 years old, 6 foot to 6'1", 160 pounds. So if you have any that, there's very limited information in this one. But if you are in the Central Arkansas area, Lone Oak Ward, Cabot, Austin area, please contact the Lone Oak County Sheriff's Office at 501-676-3000. I think I have one more. This is out of Sherwood, Arkansas. The Sherwood Police Department has requested the help of the public in locating a missing man. 63-year-old Joey Holloway was last seen in the area near East Keel Avenue and Indian Head Drive in Sherwood, which is in North Little Rock, Central Arkansas. On February 14th, reports state that he typically frequents that area, but sometimes will also go to Little Rock or Blytheville. He is 5'8", about 155 pounds, with short black hair and brown eyes. So anyone who may have information regarding his whereabouts is urged to contact Detective Edwards with the Sherwood PD at 501-834-8799. Or if it is after hours, contact the Communications Center at 501-835-1425. And I think we made it through all missing persons. Unfortunately, there was a lot of them I came across today when I'm always have my Facebook pages and groups that I check where I get my missing persons information from. And when I checked today, there was just bukus of new ones. I never like to see that. So I just wanted to get that information out there to you guys. Let's see, some people have popped in. Junior is here. Hey, Junior. It's always good to have you here. I don't know if you're in Michigan or Kentucky tonight, but wherever you are, I hope you're safe and doing well. Canine Dream Dog is here from, I believe, Australia, if I'm correct. Says you're looking forward to this live. Thank you very much. Like I said, nothing earth-shattering, just some updates or a little bit of additional information on some of the cases that we've been following. And I've had you guys asking me about some local cases that I've been sharing with you guys, if there's been any updates. And there's an update in one or two of them, so I just wanted to bring you that. We'll have a little bit about Audrii Cunningham, that horrible, unfortunate situation, as they all are. Laken Riley, the nursing student who unfortunately was found deceased by homicide at the University of Georgia campus. I have not got a chance to watch the new press conference that they had about the Elijah Vu case. But I did find an article. I watched bits and pieces of what I found on YouTube, so I don't think they had a whole lot of information, maybe just a timeline and some. I did find a newer article that came out after the press conference, kind of giving a timeline and some of the situation that this poor little Elijah was going through is just horrible. So I'll read that to you. I don't know if you guys have heard about the Katie Cook. It was an older case, a few months, and I think somebody on my Discord brought this case to my attention. Another one, unfortunately, where you had a parent who was not taking care of the child correctly, or the way that should have been taken care of, and The mother has been sentenced, and the father, I think, is awaiting trial or has not been sentenced yet. So I'll bring you that case. I think we've already went over the missing person updates. So it's kind of I'm not going to say a willy-nilly fly by the seat of your pants live tonight, but it kind of is. But like I said, I just want to bring you you guys some information. Dandy's here. Hey, Dandy. Always good to have you here. My wonderful mod, one of my wonderful mods. She's putting my links up for me. Like I said earlier, if you guys weren't here, if you want to help support support the channel and search for the missing, Dandy's putting in some links for me. That's my PayPal me link. She's got my Buy Me a Coffee link in there. So I'm just trying to get caught up in comments here. And you can also find all the links to everything, my Facebook group, Facebook page, all my donation links can be found in the About section of my page. So Dandy says Audrey's mom did an interview with Nancy Grace recently also. Okay, I'm going to have to find that. And I think maybe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think maybe the family during the press conference for Elijah, I think maybe maybe some of the members of his family or something spoke at the press conference. Like I said, I've been busy while the press conference and everything was going on. I was busy with doing other things, so I haven't had time to get caught up with all that. So after this, you guys might can inform me of anything that I may have missed. Just pop it in the chats or in the comments in the chats. See, I can't even talk right. Maybe I haven't had enough. Either haven't had enough tea or Coke, or maybe too much of Coke. Who knows? With me, you never know. Canine Dream Dog says, "Hi, mods. Yes, welcome to my wonderful mods, especially Dandy. I have to give a shout out to Dandy Linus. She has when I started, because I haven't been doing this live streaming stuff for a long time, and she's kind of showed me the ins and outs, and has been gracious enough to help me out with the modding, and so shout out to Dandy. But K9 Dream Doll says nothing wrong with willy-nilly. Yeah, I was right. Melbourne, Australia. Good to have you here. I found I've been checking my on my analytics page in my YouTube studio that gives me all the demographics and everything. I'm getting a lot of course, from the United States, from Australia, the UK. Fritzy Garage from Poland pops in every once in a while. So I thank each and every one of you who watches my videos, comes to my crazy dumpster fire lives, as I like to call them. It's just very much appreciated. Like I said, for a small channel like mine, I don't cover all the high profile cases because there's so many cases that don't get national attention, don't even get local attention that they deserve. So I kind of stick to those lesser known cases. But occasionally on nights like tonight, I do just try to come on here and give updates about some things that we've been following. Junior says, I'd rather eat ground glass than listen to Nancy Grace. You know, I can listen to Nancy Grace just so much, I couldn't listen to her all day, but I admire her for everything that she's done. She, in my opinion, most of the time she's a very good advocate for the missing and for violent crime, because I believe that she did lose a family member maybe to violent crime. But I used to watch her a lot back in the 80s and 90s, but I don't have time to watch a whole lot of news and stuff. But yeah, everybody has their opinion about Nancy. So Dandy says, I shared the presser and Nancy Grace interview in Discord. Thank you. This all says, I'm not Nancy Grace's biggest fan, but I do watch her for the interview. Yeah, I wouldn't want to tangle with her. I wouldn't want to be on her bad side during an interview. Hello, Karen Lee. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Good to have everybody here. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what else we got. Karen says, fiance, I believe. You talking about Nancy Grace? Yeah, I think I heard mention that that she had some member that she had lost to violent crime or something like that. But yes, I believe it's fiance. Oh, thank you so much. Canine Dream Dog said I just sent a PayPal. Thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. It helps out the channel. Like I said, it helps out the search for the missing. I do donate portions of anything donated or any merch bought to a very worthy cause that goes out and searches for the missing and helps families try to find closure in cold cases. So thank you very much, Canine Dream Dog, for your donation. So I'll have to write it down in my notebook. So this month, along with Canine Dream Dog, who just thank you so much, who just donated. Lone Pony has donated through, I think it was PayPal, and then Honeybee donated through Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you guys so much for the donations. They're very much appreciated. And yes, thank you from all of us. I think that's Dandy's way of saying thank you. I know Dan. If I know Dandy, I know her pretty well, as well as you can get to know somebody through the computer. But thank you so much. All right, I will quit babbling and we'll see what we're going to talk about first. Okay, so this is, and I should have already got the. For right now, my second me on my laptop is cooperating, but as soon as I say that, it'll start pooping out on me, crapping out on me. I had featured, this is Alisha Claiborn, and I had featured her. I always feature missing persons, but I decided to start trying to start featuring more wanted persons, because featuring wanted persons is almost just as important as featuring the missing, because we want to try to get as many dangerous people off the street as we can. I had featured Alisha Claiborn. She had been wanted out of Jacksonville, Arkansas for aggravated robbery and capital M. So some very serious charges. And there was another bolo that came out around the same time for another female that was wanted for the same charges. So I was wondering, the little squirrels in my brain were got to going and wondering if they were the two were connected. And one of my viewers, had asked me what they were wanted for or what the case was about. And I finally found an article today from the 23rd, actually, and I don't even know what today is, the 26th, that gives some detail about this case. So two women, and I was going to I don't think I have it. I don't think I have both of them. Oh, okay. But anyway, so two female, second one, so second woman arrested in February 5th in Jacksonville homicide. Like I said, this article, and it comes from ArkansasOnline.com, and it is from the 23rd. And it says, Jacksonville police on Friday arrested a second woman facing charges in a February 5th homicide. And she told investigators that the shooting stemmed from the deceased man, quote, touching her inappropriately. And this is according to the arrest report. So Alisha Claiborn, who you see there on the right side of the slide, 19, told investigators that on February 5th, She and Leslie Moreno, 20, who was the other, Leslie Moreno was the other female that the Bolo was out for with same charges. The one I was wondering were connected. So now we know they are connected. So according to the females, they had went over to 65-year-old Julio Diego Lopez's trailer in Jacksonville to drink, to smoke substances. Police arrested Moreno and Diego Lopez's homicide on Thursday. Both women now face capital M and aggravated robbery charges. So they claim allegedly that while they were at Diego Lopez's home, he started to touch Claiborn, Alisha Claiborn, inappropriately while Leslie Moreno, was in the restroom. And this was what Alisha Claiborn told the police. So apparently Leslie Moreno got into an argument with Diego Lopez after she returned, and she used a firearm on him. Which she found, they said, was found in a dresser in the trailer. So apparently, I don't know if she found it in the dresser or after the incident happened, she put it in the dresser, but it says, it says that she shot the alleged offender with a gun found in a dresser in the trailer. So the way they worded it, like I said, I don't know if she found it in the dresser, knew it was there, had maybe been there before, or she put it in there after she used it on the victim. So the two women fled after the shooting. Claiborn told police, and Moreno hid the gun in a closet at her apartment. So apparently she found the gun or the firearm in the dresser, used it on him, took it with them when they left, and hid it in the closet in her apartment. So Claiborn and Moreno were being held in the Pulaski County Jail on Friday evening. So now because I was wondering too, and anybody else who, and I can't remember who was asking me about it. I don't know if it was Junior or somebody else was asking me about what case, what led up to this bolos being put out. So now we know. So I just wanted to bring you that. All right. I think I'm still caught up on comments. So next, the other day on my last live stream, excuse me, I think I read yes. Junior says that was me. I thought that. Sorry about waving my cup in the camera. I thought that was you that was asking me about that. My memory's not so good sometimes, but yes. And Dandy says the story smells very fishy. Yes, it does. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this one, and when and if they release any more details, because they still have not said anything about this on the local TV station, like the local news they show on TV. And this article that I just read was the first, because I've been searching for articles to find out more information about this case or this situation, and this one, or maybe two articles that I'd found, but they basically both said the same thing that the arrest report said. So either they're have their yeah, I agree with you, Dandy. I think something bigger is going on. Unfortunately, maybe has to do with the substances. But yeah, I think there's a lot more to this story than just now. He may very well have been tried to be inappropriate with these two girls, but because one was 19, one was 20. But I think there's something more going on, and hopefully, if they don't seal it or keep all the information, hopefully they'll release some more information. And if they do, I will let you guys know. All right. So okay, so next, I got sidetracked. I did read the statement that Audrii Cunningham's parents or family released on I think my last live stream, whenever that was. Y'all probably know better than me. My days are blending together. I just found an article, and I should have already had it loading, although my computer's cooperating with me so far. But I found this article from People magazine. And it says Audrii Cunningham's family explains why they let SO homicide suspects, what's that, live on their property. And I don't know if it gives any more, because they did in their statement that was released, their public statement that was released, a press release, they kind of went into a little bit, of explanation of why. But at any rate, the POS, I don't want to say, I'm not even going to say his name, who we know was convicted of child crimes in 2007. And that right now, that is the biggest issue I have with this case, is why for what he was convicted for originally in 2007, which was indecency. He should have been in prison at the very least, or he should have been in prison, but at the very least, he should have had to register as an SO. But somehow he got it plead down or worked out a deal or whatever, and got it worked down to enticing. And apparently, if you're convicted of enticing, you don't have to register as an SO. I'm not a lawyer, but in my uneducated opinion, you should have, if you are convicted of anything to do with inappropriate things with the child, you should have to register as an SO. That is just my opinion, but feel free to let me know in chat or in comments if you're watching replay. So this article is from the 26th. So like I said, I don't even know what day it is today. Check. Today's the 27th. Okay, now I know what day it is. So yesterday it was released. So it says the family of Audrii Cunningham says they did do a background search of her alleged offender before letting him stay on their property, but his name did not show up on an SO registry. So now makes a little bit more sense, because people have been coming down very hard on the family, on the father, the grandmother, for why would they let this monster, stay, he's supposedly living in a trailer in the backyard or whatever it was, but he didn't have access to the house where Audrii was. And if they're telling the truth, I'm not saying that they are not telling the truth. We don't know. I don't know. But if they're telling the truth and they did do this background search, it's plausible that since he wasn't registered as an SO, that they might not have known. But I've read or that he and the father, who I think the father is some kind of works on a boat or something, is gone for long periods of time. I think the father and the monster here, McDummy, have been friends for a good amount of years, but and I think he supposedly is dating the grandmother. But at any rate, we just want to be careful what we say about, blaming the family members. But yeah, but like I said, my biggest issue is he didn't have to be registered as an SO. But I will get off the article. So Audrii, 11, was found deceased last week. She was last seen on February 16th with McDummy here, 42, who lived on her family's property and often brought her to school. He has been charged with a capital M in connection with Audrii's death. Now her family claims that a, quote, loophole in the SO registration system, and I agree with them on that, prevented them from learning about his past conviction for enticement of a child. Like I said, it was originally indecency, and whatever happened, they got it down to enticement. He had a history of disrespect for young female children, but it did not show up when we checked the registry before allowing him to stay in an old camper in our backyard while he tried to start a new life, they said in the statement shared with Fox 26. Had we been aware of what we know now, this man would never have set foot on our property, much less been a part of our little girl's life, they said. The family did not clarify what information they had about him, about his past incarceration. They were not available for further comment on Monday. So his conviction stemmed from a 2007 incident, according to KHOU 11, NBC 15, and Houston Public Media reported, citing court records. And I'm not going to give, I will put a link. If I think I might have already put the links to all these articles in the description box. I'm not going to say this victim's name. But in the 2007 case, the victim was 10 years old when he assaulted her at a family event. She told ABC 13. They were at her uncle's house in Brazoria County, Texas, for a gathering where he had accompanied his sisters, who were friends of the family, according to the victim. And hold on for a minute. I'm going to put up my trigger warning banner for a minute. So, according to the victim, at night when the victim was asleep next to her cousin McDummy here walked into their room and tried to take the victim's pants off. When she tried to escape, he followed her around the house, but she was eventually able to notify her aunt, according to these news sources. So he ended up pleading no contest in that case and received a 2-year prison sentence following his convictions, records show. And this is according to Houston Public Media and Fox 26. The victim believes that he should have been behind bars for much longer. Definitely agree with that. And the fact that he wasn't allowed for Audrii's homicide to take place. That very well could be. She says, I think Brazoria County definitely failed me and failed Audrii and possibly more. Because I've wondered if, and I think a lot of you guys out there too have wondered if he has possibly had other encounters with children. So he remains in custody in Polk County without bond, jail records show, and it is not clear if he has entered a plea or retained an attorney on his behalf. So if you or someone you know has been a victim of SA, text strength, STRENGTH, the word, to the crisis text line at 741-741 to be connected to a certified crisis counselor. So that is the latest on McDummy. It's not the nicest, and I didn't come up with that. I think somebody in Dave's chat came up with the McDummy, or somebody in somebody else's chat came up with that, because I'm not saying his name. So that's a little bit more information. And I think when I read somewhere or heard somewhere that when he I'll get to comments and then get caught up in comments, that when he appeared in court, I don't know, in the last couple of days, and he was naked. He didn't have any clothes on when he appeared in the court before the judge. So I'm wondering if they're possibly trying to set up for the old insanity plea, or what, I don't know. Please, any you guys in chat or watch your comments, please let me know what you think about that. But in my mind, it could be a ploy to start setting up insanity, but who knows? A Mind of Monsters. Oh, let me go take down my banner, or I'll leave it up there forever. I want to show it. I want to hide it. There we go. Okay. Oh goodness. Hold on. There we go. Mind of Monsters is back. Hello, Mind of Monsters. Glad to have you here. Always glad to have everybody here. And Dandy, if you want to put in Mind of Monsters, has a great channel. Please pop it in there. Yeah, you might have already. I'm behind in comments. So please check out Mind of Monsters. Great channel. And Dandy says, on the registry or not, trust no one with your children, in my opinion. That is also my opinion too. Junior says he's heading to bed for the night. Good night. Thank you, Junior. Thanks for popping in. It's always good to have Junior here. Junior's another one of my OGs. So thank you for popping in, Junior. Always good to have you here, my friend. Have a good night. Sleep well. Be safe. I hope your family member is doing good. I think you said you were going back and forth, taking care of a family member. So I hope you and your whole family are doing well. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to you. I agree with Andy and Regis. Yeah, even people, used to just, back when I was growing up in the 70s, early 70s, early 80s, when I was a kid, we always heard, it was stranger danger. But now you just have to, it could be somebody you know, or somebody you think you know. Is how you should, somebody you think you know. Yes, there is a Mind of Monsters link. Thank you, Dandy, for throwing that in there. Please check out Mind of Monsters, another great channel. The Think Tank is another one. True Crime Web, Chris at the Mob Crew, Carolyn and Our Secrets, Al on the Prowl, our friend Dave. You can find all those links, or most of those links. I'm gonna have to add Mind of Monsters to my friends link section, my special link section at the bottom of my page. You can find all those. Just go to the home page of my channel, scroll down to visit our friends below, and all those links are there. Yes, Mind of Monsters says monsters are everywhere. You never know if the person you bought coffee from this morning has someone chained in the basement. Absolutely, it is just. And people wonder why I don't want to leave the house unless I absolutely have to. Not so much for me, but and all the kids in our family for the most part are, but you still are teenagers, and most of them are boys. But you still got to watch out. I mean, my youngest nephew is 17, and I still worry about him whenever he's out and about. I mean, because you never know, because you have offenders that have different types, different ages, different genders. They have a specific type that they like. And, I try to tell him, because I've talked to him about it, and he's like, I'm 17 years old. I'm a boy. I said, it doesn't matter, baby. There are some sick people out there who like 16, 17-year-old boys. So I just tell him, I said, don't, be careful. You're very welcome, Mind of Monsters. Very good channel. All of us, and I still have trouble calling myself a creator. I'm a goofy woman who gets on here and tries to share these stories of missing persons and cold cases and these horrible cases that we see on TV. But it takes all of the creators, the subscribers, just people who tune in. It takes all of us to help get this information out to everybody. It's very important information. My cat's coming in and out. He's on my bed. He's probably gonna knock my brush off my bed. So if you hear something crashing, it's just my cat running them up. Yes, Minded Monster says my oldest is in his 20s, and I literally just tracked him. Yes, my youngest nephew has that what is it, that Life 360 that you put on the phone. So that is definitely on his phone, and his mother and father, and he is adopted. We're blessed with him. He came to us when he was 7 years old from a very bad situation. So not that we wouldn't take care of him and watch over him anyway, but just knowing the situation that he came from, we're just extra cautious with him, and it drives him crazy because he's a normal teenage boy. He doesn't want mom and dad and auntie and nana, to over his shoulder all the time. But you just can't be too careful. So yes, he definitely has Life 360 on his phone, and his mom and dad know where he is at all times. And if he's somewhere he's not supposed to be, or because I think it shows how long you stay at one place, and if he's at one place for too long and they don't know where he's at, they're on the phone calling him. And if he doesn't answer the phone, they're out going to the GPS coordinates he's at. And if he is okay and he doesn't answer the phone, needless to say, he gets in trouble. But anyway, just because we love him, don't want anything to happen. Yes, Sandy says no one is safe at any age or area nowadays. Yep, whether it be kids, adults, nobody is safe. Because we have this story we're going to be talking about in a minute about the nursing student from Georgia. She was basically an adult. She was in college, and yeah, Minded Monster says we have iPhones, so I'll be lurking at everyone's location. I'm telling you, you can't. It's like the what is the book in the movie 1984. Big Brother is watching. So now it's big. And when I say Big Brother, I know what that means when it comes to that book and that movie. But Big Brother's watching, Big Sister's watching, Auntie's watching, Grandma's watching, everybody, Mom, Dad's watching, everybody's watching. And we know where our kids are, or even our adults. All right, I think I'm caught up in comments, so we will see what we got next. Okay, so this is Laken Riley. This is the nursing student that was found deceased by homicide on the University of Georgia campus. Getting her article going. I forgot to. Are you eating? My cat is eating my brush as we speak. I had to buy a new brush. Sanitize it. Okay, so this article is from CBS News, and it is from today, this afternoon. It says suspect, and I probably should put my trigger warning. Obviously, the whole case is disturbing, but so suspect in Georgia nursing student's homicide is accused of, quote, disfiguring her skull, court documents say. See, he just threw my brush on the ground. You better not have broke it, dude. Do you want it back? There you go. And I just hand it to him again so he can throw it at me. The suspect in the homicide of a nursing student on the University of Georgia campus used an object, doesn't say what kind of object, as a weapon in the crime that caused blunt force trauma, and is accused of, quote, disfiguring her skull, according to newly filed arrest affidavits. Jose Ibarra, who faces capital M and assault charges, is also accused of dragging 22-year-old Laken Riley to a secluded area on Thursday, according to one of the affidavits obtained by CBS News. The allegation that he dragged Riley's body was filed to support the charge of concealing the death of another person. Authorities haven't said exactly how Riley was killed, only that her death was caused by blunt force trauma. Further details about the type of object used or exactly how her life was taken were not included in the affidavit for arrest. You see there on the slide on the left is Laken, and on the right is, did I say his name was Jose Ibarra, the alleged offender. The affidavits filed in Athens Clarke County Superior Court state that the crimes were committed. Sorry, I'm swatting ads again. The crimes were committed between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Thursday. It says Ibarra is a Venezuela citizen, and Riley was a nursing student at Augusta University's Athens campus. After starting her college career at the much larger Athens community at the University of Georgia, as in the Georgia Bulldogs. So if any of you who watch True Crime Web, Mr. Steve's channel, knows that Mrs. Steve is a Bulldogs fan. So Riley was found deceased Thursday after a roommate reported she did not return from a morning run in a wooded area of the University of Georgia campus near its intramural fields. Hundreds of students and faculty members gathered Monday afternoon for a vigil for Riley organized by her sorority sisters at the University of Georgia campus. Many people cried, and members of Alpha Chi Omega held carnations, which is a symbol of the sorority. Laken showed devotion with every aspect of her life, said Chloe Mullis, the president of the University of Georgia chapter of Alpha Chi Omega. Doing things halfway just wasn't an option. We lost one of the brightest lights that has ever been. And it goes into other. So, according to ICE, which is Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, Ibarra was arrested by New York police on August 31st, 2023, and charged with acting in a manner to injure a child less than 17. So I don't know what that's all about. I'm going to have to look into this fella. And he was also charged with a motor vehicle license violation. Ibarra was released before ICE could ask New York officials to hold him. And it said New York officials said Sunday they had no record of the arrest. It says Athens Clarke County District Attorney Deborah Gonzalez announced late Monday that she is appointing a special prosecutor for Riley's case. This is according to CBS Atlanta affiliate. Gonzalez says she's naming attorney Sheila Ross, who she described in the statement as, quote, a knowledgeable and well-respected trial attorney with the expertise ready to bring justice on behalf of Laken Riley. So I'm wondering, it doesn't say it, but I know that there are certain attorneys that are qualified for the DP. Now, that might not have anything to do with what they say here. I mean, I don't know if, I don't know about Georgia and the DP. So that was the latest on that. And apparently, I thought I had another. Apparently, that was the second death that had taken place on this campus. I think the other one was self-harm, though, which is horrible too. I thought I had I thought I had an article about that, but maybe I just read it in one of the other articles. Yeah, so just thoughts, prayers go out to Laken, her family, friends, the college community for Laken's death and the other student. So sad. All right. Yes, Dandy says he brutalized her. Yeah, when I found this article that said disfigured the skull, I don't even want to think about it. But horrible. And Danny says also, I find it strange that some of the serious crimes people commit are dropped or pled down until they do something like this after getting a slap on the hand. Now they pile on the charges. Exactly. It's like, it's a day late and a dollar short. If they would, like I said, I'm by no means an expert of the law, but and I know there's only so much you can do with like misdemeanors and even with some felonies, depending on what degree of felony it is, about what kind of penalty you can give them. But I don't know, there's got to be an answer somewhere somehow to, I don't know. I wish I had the answers. I know we all wish we. I think in our minds we have some answers. They're not legal, but no, I don't. I don't do not condone. Absolutely not condone vigilante violence or anything like that. But there's got to be some kind of a compromise, a meeting in the middle about some of the way. Because and we would discuss this before, that we've all seen substance dealers that, or I'm not talking the amount of like racketeering and stuff, but just local substance dealers get harsher penalties and spend more time in prison, get more prison time than somebody who does something like this, or something lesser than this. It just drives me crazy. But anyway, all right, let's see what we got next. So I was going to read this article from Fox 11, but since sorry, I'm moving around in my chair so much, trying to get, my back is hurting tonight. But I found a different article after the press conference came out that I'm going to read from. So this is not good. Oh, hold on, I almost crashed everything. Almost turned into a dumpster fire. Dandy, you might have to save me. So I found this other article about Elijah that came out after I'm assuming after and I don't think they really had any earth-shattering new information about Elijah. I think they're still looking for him, searching maybe the landfill. And Chris from the Mob Crew has been covering this extensively with all the updates. So if you want to know the ins and outs of this case, please check out Chris at the Mob Crew. I think he's done a couple more. I know he did one last night and maybe a couple more this morning or today. But as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to go binge watch and get caught up. So this comes from wisn.com, and it is from today, 5:30 p.m. Central Time today. It says, missing 3-year-old, what we know about missing Elijah Vu, or View. I don't know if it's Vu or View. I've heard it pronounced both ways. So it has been a week since an Amber Alert was issued for 3-year-old Elijah Vu. The alert was activated following a report on February 20th by his caregiver. And I'm assuming that the caregiver is Jesse Vang. The mother's, I still can't get all the relationships down. The mother's boyfriend, whatever he was. Since the 3-year-old went missing, an extensive search involving police, canine units, drones, dive teams, the FBI, and members of the Two Rivers community has been underway to find the boy. Authorities have focused their investigation on Jesse Vang and Katrina Bauer, who is Elijah's mother. Both were booked into jail the day after Elijah was reported missing. So who is Jesse Vang or Vong? I've heard that one pronounced both ways too. Jesse, 39, lives in an apartment building in the Two Rivers in Manitowoc County. Reportedly, this was the last place that Elijah was seen. Vang is in a relationship with Katrina Bauer, Elijah's mother. And this is where I urge you to go watch Chris from the Rock Cruise video. I think the one he did today, maybe from the press release or some kind of documents that was released at the press conference, was reading all this horrible, horrible stuff that Jesse Vang did to or made Elijah do. It is horrifying. So definite. Let me go ahead and put it up before I go further. I'm going to put this up while I'm reading this. Trigger warning. So this Jesse Vang in a relationship with Katrina, the mother, he was helping her correct the boy's bad behavior. Now, keep in mind, Elijah is 3 years old. All 3-year-olds have bad behavior. And this is according to the complaint. Quote, going home is like a privilege for him, Vang said. So apparently the mother, Katrina, had sent Elijah over to this Jesse Vang, her boyfriend or whatever, for disciplinary reasons. So the night before Elijah vanished, Vang said he, as in Jesse Vang, consumed 3 12-ounce beers and 1 cyclobenzaprine as a sleep aid. That same night, he sent Elijah on a timeout, he says, quote, for probably like 2 to 3 hours. And this is according to what Jesse told detectives. He explained that timeouts lasted between 1 to 3 hours. And during that time, Elijah had to either pray or say, I'm sorry, Mommy. Vang stated that the boy spent most of his time in timeouts, which was meant to resemble a boot camp. Once again, keep in mind, this is a 3-year-old child. The morning before Elijah disappeared, Vang said that he saw him asleep on a futon before taking his teenage son with autism to the bus stop at 7:30 a.m. God forbid, I hope this piece of POS Vang does not treat this poor son with autism the way that he treats Elijah. That's horrifying. So at approximately 8 a.m. when Jesse returned from taking his son to the bus stop, he woke Elijah up, gave him breakfast, and took him to the bedroom where the boy stood and prayed near the foot of the bed. So Jesse claims that he fell asleep and woke up at approximately 11 a.m., noticed Elijah was gone, and called 911 to report him missing. So that's his story. And apparently he's sticking to it. So who is Katrina Bauer, which is the mother? Katrina Bauer, 31, is Elijah's mother. She lives in Wisconsin Dells. A week before Elijah was reported missing, Bauer had left her with Jesse Vang. During an interview with detectives, Bauer stated that Vang was the enforcer of rules in the relationship, the enforcer of rules. And that was the reason for sending Elijah to stay with him. She stated that she wanted Jesse Vang to teach Elijah by example how to be a man. Once again, this is a 3-year-old child. Bauer said this was not the first time the child had stayed with Vang. The first occasion had been in January, but stated this was the longest time that Elijah stayed with him without her being there. Bauer's first statements conflicted with evidence obtained from cell phone data during the investigation. Initially, she denied being in the Manitowoc area on February 16th and 17th, but cell phone analysis and subsequent interviews showed her presence in the area. So here is a little bit of a timeline. So February 12th, Katrina, the mother, drops off Elijah with Jesse Vang in a Fond du Lac, intending for Elijah to return to the Wisconsin Dells. I don't know if that's an area or a apartment complex. Anybody in chatter and comments, let me know. I'm not familiar with that area. So he was supposed to return on February 23rd. February 16th, despite initial denials, it is later revealed through cell phone records and interviews that Katrina Bauer was present in Two Rivers on this date. February 17th, cell phone messages indicate that Jesse Vang informed Katrina of an incident where Elijah overfilled his diaper, leading to Vang giving Elijah a cold shower. Bauer admits to being in Two Rivers on this date and seeing Elijah that night. February 19th, in the evening, Jesse Vang places Elijah in a timeout before bed. They said this is around 8 or 9 p.m. He does change his diaper. Jesse Vang watches a movie while Elijah stands as punishment. Vang also consumes the 3 beers and the sleep aid. February 20th, in the morning at approximately 7:30 a.m., Vang prepares his son for school, notices Elijah asleep on the futon, takes his autistic son to the bus stop. At around 8 a.m., Jesse Vang returns. He wakes Elijah up. They have breakfast together. It says without milk. Vang instructs Elijah to stand and pray near the foot of the bed. And then he falls asleep, leaving Elijah unattended. Around 11 a.m., Jesse Vang wakes up, discovers Elijah is missing, and calls 911. February 20th, Two Rivers Police Department receives the missing child report and commences an investigation. Also on February 20th, detectives interview Vang and Bauer, obtaining conflicting statements and evidence about Bauer's whereabouts and the events leading to Elijah's disappearance. February 26th, law enforcement is still unsuccessful in locating Elijah and continues to gather evidence and follow leads. And also on the 26th, Katrina Bauer is charged with child neglect. As the investigation unfolds, Jesse Vang is charged with neglecting a child. Specified harm. Oh no. Jesse Vang is charged with neglecting a child. Specified harm did not occur, and the child under 6 years of age. As a party to a crime, which is a Class I or Class L felony under Wisconsin law. So that is the latest on poor little Elijah Vu. It's just, oh God, horrifying what this monster did, disciplining this child. And apparently, once again, I never ever want to blame or shame family members, but how could this mother, even if she was afraid of Jesse Vang, I mean, do whatever you want to me, beat the crap out of me, but leave my child alone. I do not understand. All right, let me get caught up in comments. Yes, Mind the Monster says just what I had read. This little boy breaks my heart. Absolutely. Just look at that little face up there. Oh, yep. Dandy says it is gut wrenching. These people are so common, it's sickening. I know. And is it just me, or does it seem like just lately, within the last couple of months, we've had all these cases. We've had the ongoing, finally it's come to a conclusion. We had Harmony Montgomery. Thank God, that POS, was convicted. We have Audrii. Now we got Elijah. And I know there's more I've read about and we've talked about. Just, oh my goodness. We should be protecting our kids, not, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I honestly don't know. I have no words. I have no words anymore when it comes to all these. Once again, I'm waving around my cup. I have no words anymore. About all these poor kids. And so Dandy says, I saw today that they lived about 150 miles apart. Are you talking about this case, Dandy? That case? I don't know where I'm poking. That case, the Elijah case? Really? That far? Oh my God. So if I'm not correct, Dandy, please correct me. It says I saw today that they live about 150 miles apart. So she would send, if you're talking about this case, like I said, please correct me if I'm wrong. Oh my God. Yeah, so yes, the mom and the Punisher. 100, she would send her 3-year-old child 150 miles apart to this Punisher, this disciplinarian. Oh God, my head hurts so bad. My head is going to explode. How? Why? Oh dear Jesus. Lord help us. Is my Irish coming out? Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. What is going on with these people? I just cannot comprehend. I can't comprehend it. I honestly can't. Okay. Let's see what we got next. And guys, feel free to pop in any comments about any cases where you have talked about or going to talk about, any other cases that that you might want to talk about. This may be a late night live stream. It's 15 minutes till 10. It's all right. Yeah, any cases you guys want to talk about. Okay, so Dandy, always with the good information, says she lied and stayed in the area. Yes, I'm definitely going to watch the press. Yeah, I said I just haven't had the chance. When the press conference came out, we were in the middle of supper and other stuff, so I haven't had the chance to. But yeah, I will definitely. So she lied and stayed in the area. So she was in the area, so she definitely knew. I would have to think, and this is just my opinion. I say I know. In my opinion, you would assume that she would know what's going on, being that close. If she was in the same town or the same area. It just, like I said, I can't find any words anymore to describe these. I know I sound like a broken record when I do these lives or videos, but I'm just running out of ways to explain these cases with these kids. I don't know anymore. It's heartbreaking, horrifying. Any word you can think of, it just, you know, it's like that old, what was that? Back in the 80s and 90s, it was popular. You had like a little story thing, and you'd say, give me a noun or an animal, and you filled it in, and you just read it, and those were funny. But that's what it's beginning to be like. Is just insert whatever word and. Okay, so Dandy says she had, I'm assuming you mean the mother, had some sort of transition. I don't know what you mean by transition. Maybe a little bit slow. Little Elijah could be anywhere. Yeah. if they, because they were doing a lot of searching, they found what his little dinosaur slipper by a trash dumpster. They've been searching this landfill. Yeah, unfortunately, he could be anywhere. Let's just, we always want to keep, oh, I got you. Transportation, autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect gets me too. I hate autocorrect. Yeah, so she had transportation. Yeah, so yeah, he could be anywhere. That's true. You always want to hope for the best. Keep hope that little Elijah's out there safe somewhere. But mm, I just like with Audrey's case in the beginning too, or when we heard about that when they were searching by the water, is unfortunately we just, there's been so many of these kinds of cases that don't turn out well, and I'm just so afraid that this little Elijah's not going to turn out well. And he could, you're right, Dandy, he could be anywhere. Let's just hope that whatever happened to him, if he's not, you know, always keep that little hope. But if he's deceased, not on this earth, in a better place than we are right now, let's hope. What are you doing? My cat keeps going in and out. I'm sorry. Let's just hope that at least he can be found and brought home and laid to rest. But when it comes to landfills and trash, because it can, you know, trash pickups can go anywhere, and you just, I don't know. We'll just pray and hope for the best. That's all we can do. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is the Milwaukee case, the Katie Cook that I was telling you about. And I think somebody, maybe in my Discord or somewhere, had put a link to this story. Sorry, I'm looking for the story. There it is. To this story, I think on Discord, that I hadn't heard about. It's maybe, I don't know, a few months or so, maybe a year old. At least 2 years old, because this article I'm going to read from is from February of 2024, and it is from Fox 6 Milwaukee. So you see there on the left, it says Milwaukee child neglect case, Katie Cook gets 10 years in prison. So that is Katie Cook on the left, and that on the right, I'm sure it gives his name in the article. That's the husband, boyfriend. He's either been charged or going to be charged or whatever. Another unfortunately horrible case that involves children. So a Milwaukee woman convicted of neglecting 2 children who were found, hold on, once again, putting up the banner once again, trigger warning for anybody. A Milwaukee woman convicted of neglecting 2 children who were found naked and bloody was sentenced on Thursday to 10 years in prison and another 10 years of extended supervision. Katie Cook, 35, pled guilty in November of 2023 to three felonies after pleading not guilty that July. As part of a plea deal with prosecutors, an additional felony and 2 misdemeanors were dismissed. So we have, once again, deals going on. And Katie Cook says, I love my boys. Now being on my meds, looking back, I'm absolutely appalled. So according to defense attorney Brett Copeland, he says this is a case where there are no winners. People don't live like that unless there's something really, really egregious going on with them. You think? If that's all it takes to be a lawyer, to say something like that, I could be a lawyer. Come on. Sorry, I'm being snarky, as Gisela would say. Anybody who's watched Grizzly True Crime, that's another good channel. Joel Mankey, that's Joel there on the right, 38, was also charged in the case with 2 counts of chronic neglect of a child and 2 counts of false imprisonment. Mankey pleaded not guilty to charges in July of 2023. So this is where we get into, that's why I put the trigger warning. I'll try to make it as non-graphic as possible, but it's still disturbing. So police responded to the neighborhood near 71st and Stevenson on July 13th. I'm assuming this is sometime in 2023. There, a criminal complaint states officers learned from neighbors that 2 kids were walking around naked with blood on them. Prosecutors said police made contact with Cook, who was on the phone with a man asking if he was, quote, almost home so you can help me explain what's going on. Court filings said the home was uninhabitable, with police describing a, quote, terrible hoarding situation. Judge Rebecca Kiefer said during Cook's sentencing, quote, this was a prison of garbage and filth that these poor children were made to reside in. A 7-year-old child was found with red marks on his body. The complaint said Cook told police both children, ages 7 and 9, had broken a window and ran away. Well, who wouldn't? If I was in that situation. But police did not find lacerations indicative of cuts from broken glass. A neighbor told investigators, however, that he saw the kids break the window and run from the home, trying to get out of this horrible situation. While police were at the house, Cook denied abusing the kids, grabbing clothing for them and telling officers, I'm so sorry, I'm so afraid. Well, what are you afraid of? The kids are the ones who should be afraid. So police found trash, garbage, and the smell of urine and feces throughout the home. The complaint said that there was feces smeared on the walls in the children's room and a latch on the outside of their door. So apparently the parents could lock them in the room. But Cook, the mother, said it was not, quote, not just feces, but clay paint and chocolate, along with the poo. The complaint said Mankey, the father or whoever he is, arrived shortly thereafter. Prosecutors said he attempted to put boards on the windows in the kids' room, quote, to keep the children from bothering the nosy neighbors, and a latch on their door, quote, to lock the kids in the room overnight to keep them from wandering due to their autism. He said the children did not attend school or see a doctor during the time he had known them. According to prosecutors, Cook said she homeschools the children, describing hooked on phonics workbooks and educational apps on their tablets, but admitting she didn't have a proper curriculum for them. She said the 7-year-old cannot write, but can trace letters and read small words. And she said the 9-year-old was learning how to put sentences together. Mankey added that he, quote, knew how the children were living was not right, but he had to pick his battles with Cook to avoid arguments. The complaint states. According to prosecutors, one neighbor told police he had lived in his home for over 30 years and he had never seen a child at the home where Cook and Mankey lived. Assistant District Attorney Mallory Davis said during Cook's sentencing, quote, "This was not a one-time incident. This went on for years." Cook admitted the home was not habitable and the children, quote, "deserved better." Prosecutors added that she wrote a 3-page apology letter to the children. Well, they're not going to be able to read it because you did. I'm going to stop there. So she wrote her little apology letter. All right, so apparently that was the end of it. OMG. Guys, awful case. Yet again with children. All right. You guys are awful quiet. But yeah, like I said, somebody had, I think, put a link to that story on either my Discord or somebody else's Discord that I'm in, and just once again blew me away, these stories with these children. Oh, see if right, that's the last story I had tonight. Yes, Mind the Monsters. Oh, let me take my banner down. Down. There it goes. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. Mind the Monster says, just listening, horrible story. I know. We need some, I think, so what's today? Today is, so if you guys have any questions, comments, any other stories that you want to talk about, any other news you've heard, while I'm going to be babbling for a minute, just pop it in the chat. See what's today? Tuesday. I've been thinking today all day was Wednesday, but it's Tuesday, I think. Let me check on my phone. Apparently, I'm just checking my notifications on my phone. Dave may be on live. He's watching the tornado watches. Yeah, they're having lots of bad weather in Illinois, Indiana, up that way. So anybody in that area, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, if anybody watching right now or listening, please be safe. Watch that weather. Here in Arkansas, we're just getting, luckily, the tail end of it. I don't even know if we've got any rain. I haven't seen any lightning or heard any thunder here. Yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe with this horrible. We're unfortunately getting into severe weather season. So everybody watch that weather. Mind the Monster says, yes, wildfires in Texas too. Looks bad. Yes, I've been keeping up with that too. Yes, very bad. And then in California, because I have my oldest niece lives in California and Southern California. Luckily, I don't think any of it was close to her. But if they're not having droughts, then they've been having a lot of rain and a lot of landslides lately. And then they too in California have a lot of wildfires during wildfire season. So it's not one thing, it's another, guys, between crime, the weather, it's craziness going on. But today, so today is Tuesday. Yesterday, I had my Missing Person Monday video, which was 3 cases. And I encourage you, if you have not watched it, please watch my Missing Person Monday video from yesterday. It had 3 cases that could possibly have the same suspect. This suspect could possibly be a serial offender. So my case of the week Friday will be about this possible serial offender that could be linked to these 5 missing women. He was convicted. I will tell you that he was convicted of the homicide of one of the missing women that was featured in my Missing Person Monday video. But there has been, I found that I got to researching him after I started with the Shailene Farrell case to build my Missing Person Monday missing people that I was going to feature. So I started with Shailene Farrell, and in reading the Shailene Farrell information, it listed these other 4 women, 3 of them that he's possibly could have had a hand in making them disappear. He was convicted in the 4th woman, her homicide. It was a nobody, what they call a nobody conviction. And so I got to researching this fellow and came across some very interesting information. So he will be the topic of my case of the week for Friday. That will be I've started doing what they call video premieres, which I'd seen other creators do these video premieres, but I didn't know exactly how it worked. But it's kind of, I call it like a cross between a live stream and a video, like a pre-recorded video. I pre-record the video, I upload it to YouTube, and I can send it to premiere at a certain time as a video premiere, and it allows the chat box to come in, a chat box. So that way I can be in the chat with you guys. You can watch it when it premieres at whatever time I set it to record or to premiere. And I just love this feature. And Monday, I think Dandy was there, Junior was there, a few others were there, and they said they really like this format because it runs much smoother. I don't get distracted because a lot of times I did my case of the week's live streams, and I would be trying to bring you the case, read comments, highlight comments, and with this format, I pre-record the video, it premieres, it plays, there's a chat, just like if it was a live stream, and I can be in the chat with you. We can chat, discuss the case. I can answer any questions or comments you have about the case. You can donate to the channel. So I just love that format. And like I said, Dandy, I believe, was there. Junior was there. Others were there, so that they really like that format. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Start doing with my Missing Person Monday videos and my Case of the Week videos on Friday, is do the premiere format. That way I can have it pre-recorded. That way I can be in chat with you guys. And I think it was a really good experience. But definitely let me know what you think here, because I see I'm getting to y'all's comments. I see y'all commenting about it. And anybody who's watching the replay of this live that was there or who knows about premieres, let me know what you guys think. Yep, Dandy says, no bueno. I hate fires and floods. And me too, girlfriend. Yes. Dandy says, I love the premiere thing so you can interact without disrupting the info. Exactly. Like I said, during the live, because I love the interaction with you guys. I think I do a little bit better when I have that interaction, like on the live stream. That instant communication and interaction with you guys helps me. I hope it relays better, through the camera. But just with trying to give you the information about the case, trying to stop and do comments, and yeah, but I'm really digging the premiere thing too. So I think I'm going to be doing that. But I still love to do my live streams. So sometimes maybe on Wednesdays, if there's anything happening with current true crime, I might do a live stream. It depends on, because I'm going to be going back to work soon, hopefully, getting things lined out. So depending on my schedule, the premiere thing may work out better too. But I still want to do my true crime after darks or late night live streams, maybe on Friday nights or Saturday nights, or at least maybe every other. Because I still love my live streams. I still like this kind of interaction too. So I kind of have the best of both worlds. Mind the Monster says premieres are awesome, and shorts too. Yes, I've been trying to do more shorts. Shorts will put you in the algorithm. You say you can't spell tonight. I can't spell any night or days, but I get what you're saying. Yes, I've been trying to do more shorts, especially with because like I said earlier, or anybody who's watched my videos or lives, I always feature a missing person or more, 2 or 3 missing persons like tonight, on my videos and live streams. So maybe the next day after I do a live stream or a video, I will go in to the live stream or video and do make a short out of the information from the missing person and put that up as a short. Sometimes, if it's my case of the week or missing person Monday, I'll do a 1 minute, 30-second to one. I think 1 minute is longest you can do a short. Highlighting one of the cases that I feature on Missing Person Monday to kind of get people to watch the short, and then I put the link to the full video in the comments and in the description, and I found that that gets a lot of traffic to go watch the full video. Plus, the most important with the missing person shorts, it does help get the missing person information out to more people. Yep, Dandy says shorts help with awareness in a major way. Yep, that's why I do. Most of my shorts are missing person shorts that I do. Dandy says, or no, Mind the Monster says, talking to Dandy, but says yes, and the green screen. Wait, look at. Sorry, my cat was licking my leg. Why do you like to lick me? Do you think you're a dog? Oh, hush. Now he's. Anyway, the green screen ones get lots of views and alligator videos. I don't know why, but people love the beast. Yeah, there's them Florida videos. Yeah, man, and I have all the respect in the world for all kinds of critters. And of course, I don't agree with taking the life of an alligator or any critter just to do it. I mean, of course, living in the South, there is all kinds of deer hunting and get whatever for food. But just I don't agree with taking the life of any critters just for fun. But I'm not going to get close. That's why, I'm not going to get close to an alligator or any critter that is bigger than I am. And I'm a pretty chunky girl. So, I'm short and round, short and chunky, but but yeah, but if, like Dandy just said, if they do, says Florida people getting eaten by critters I've been warned about is fascinating. Yeah. So that's another thing. Talking about alligators. That alligator, especially people that live in, say, we even have here in Arkansas, in certain places of Arkansas, we have swampland with alligators. Places that they're alligators, Florida, Louisiana, anywhere there's swampland. Over in I keep wanting to say Australia. I don't know if Canine Dream Dog is still here, but same that goes with sharks. I know there's a lot of sharks around Australia and places like Africa and all that. These critters, they're beautiful critters, creatures, but they're dangerous. Stay away from them. But what is the first thing, unfortunately, when a person, and it's usually a person that knows what they're doing, getting close to an alligator just to film it or say, hey, look what I did, and then they end up getting attacked and eaten by the alligator, and the first thing they do is kill the alligator, and drives me nuts. I don't want to say people are stupid, but people are stupid. You know what I'm saying? Dandy's laughing. So are y'all getting what I'm saying? Just people have some common sense. Stay away from alligators. And I love sharks. Have common sense. Come on. I love to. I watch Shark Week on was it Discovery every summer. I love me some sharks. But what, and I understand that there are shark attacks and sharks do take people's lives, but I'm just, sometimes I know this is horrible to say, sometimes I feel more sorry for the animals than I do the people. I'm probably going to get tons of hater comments for saying that, but this. So Amanda Monster says sunshine stays out of the swamps and the ocean. The last time I went in the ocean, a shark was within arm's reach of me. Last time for me, I ran on water. Yeah, see, I have, like I said, just have, people have common sense. There's sharks in the water in a lot of places. You know that there's alligators in, especially like I said, if you've lived in Florida for a while, if you've lived in Louisiana, any place there's a swampy area, just use common sense, people. Yeah, Dandy, they do have alligators. I don't know about crocodiles, but Florida definitely has gators, and they have some big gators. I don't know how many videos I've seen of huge, like 13, 14, 15, 20-foot, literally, I'm not exaggerating, alligators walking across golf courses. You would not believe. And then Dandy, you're from Colorado? I should know by now, honey. But yes, Florida has some very big alligators. Now, I don't know about crocodiles. I think crocodiles are more in like the UK, Africa. I keep wanting to say Africa. Across the pond. Okay. Mind of Monster says, yes, we have both South Florida. We have both. South Florida has crocs. Thank you, Mind of Monsters. Yeah, I forgot you said that you either lived in Florida or had lived in Florida. Yep. Dandy says, nope, no way. Thanks for the Arkansas warning for overgrown lizards. Yeah, like I said, in Arkansas, they're not as populous as like Louisiana and Florida, more down on the Gulf Coast, Gulf of Mexico. But yeah, in some places of Arkansas, swampy areas, they're and had alligators sightings, and also even around here where I live, we've had bears. Not very often, but we've had some bear sightings. So I know to stay, I don't go out of the house after dark unless I have to. And it scares me because we do have two living on a farm in the country. It is unfortunately, once again, for these numbskulls who like to dump off their unwanted pets, they bring them out here because they know that any cats or dogs that are dumped off out here around our place on our land, we're going to take care of them, feed them. So we do have critter dogs, not so much dogs right now because my cousin is actually the animal control officer in the town I live in, and she is also fosters animals and helps with the what's the rescue road. She works with that. So, but we have cats out there, and I'm always afraid, and because we have a lot of coyotes around here too. And sometimes we've heard wolves. So I'm not, we have a lot of outside, we call our outside cats that we feed, our feral cats. That hopefully they don't get eaten by any of the critters that are roaming around. I don't go outside here on the farm out in the country unless I have to after dark, because you never know. And then you got the snakes that are starting to come out now that it's getting warmer. So we got all kinds of creatures. Mind the Monster says everything here wants to eat you. That's why I stay in the house and I don't mess with any critters here. We have big cats where I'm from, but not man-eating critters. Yeah. Yep, there's lots of man-eating critters. You just gotta, like I said, you just gotta use common sense. Just use common sense, people. Stay away from the man-eating critters. Dandy says, I've always wanted to work in Florida during tourist season. I've suddenly changed my mind. Yeah. If you don't like alligators and whatever, I've only been to Florida once, long time ago, when my oldest niece and nephew were still kids, and they're both grown in their 20s and 30s now. We went down to Destin, Fort Walton for a week, and I think that's only a fair amount of time that we were there, a week, 10 days. That's about the only time I spent in Florida, but I do know they have alligators. I don't know about snakes and spiders and all that good stuff. I don't want to know about the spiders. Mind of Monster says, tell Dandy, come on down. But no, the locals are crazy and the animals will eat you. You know, I wasn't going to go with, there with the Dandy read my mind. That's exactly what I was fixing to say. Nothing against Florida and most of the people in Florida, but I've watched my fair share of On Patrol Live. It used to be called Live PD. We've all heard the Florida man jokes. Uh-oh. Mind of Monster says, I'm married to the Florida man. He is a nut. God bless you, dear. I'll pray for you. Like I said, it's not just Florida. Every state, country, whatever has their fair share of knuckleheads. But some states here in the US get a bad rap, and Florida's one of them. Florida gets picked on a lot here in the States, but so does Arkansas. I live in Arkansas, and we have our fair share of haters. You know, because when I got on here and doing lives and videos and started mentioning that I was from Arkansas, people were like, "Oh God, you're from Arkansas!" All the jokes I've heard 20,000 times, and I'm sure all the jokes that Florida people here have heard 20,000 times. Andy says, I hope somebody is feeling. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, somebody's feeling better. Somebody feeling bad. Did I miss something? Yes. Wackadoodles are everywhere. They absolutely. Oh, I guess, are you talking to Amanda Monsters? Is your husband? Okay, let me read it. He is doing better one day at a time. He's walking with a cane sometimes. He wants to ride a bike. Makes me crazy, and he can't wait to swim. What happened? Prayers to your husband, or your significant other. Or no, you said you were married. Your husband. Whatever happened, I'm so sorry. I hope he's doing okay. I thought I missed something in there, but okay. My monster says my husband was in a wreck in July and broke. Oh my goodness, broke 80% of his body. He is rebuilt a metal man now. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to you, Mind of Monsters. Or mom. I'm gonna start calling you mom. I think other chats people call you mom. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes. Yeah. I lost my dad in a car wreck. Been over 20 years now. I mean, 2001. That's how he passed, was in a car wreck. So thoughts, prayers, good vibes. I feel you. I'll be praying for you. Dandy says, I don't know if it says, don't let him loose in crocagator infested waters to swim. Yeah. Mom says, he wanted to get in the river the other day, about had a heart attack. Yeah. You're so welcome. I don't know if you're talking to me or Dandy or both of us, but everybody here, I'm sure there's 3 people here. So oh, no, now somebody left. Sorry, say somebody was lurking. How long have we been on? Oh, almost 2 hours. All right, we'll go another 10 minutes unless y'all ready to go. It'll be 2 hours. Dandy says his surviving was a miracle for real. Yes, car accidents are nothing to. I've seen some bad. Like I said, I watch a lot of or we DVR it and watch it when we get a chance. The On Patrol Live comes on Friday nights and Saturday nights on. I think it's on Reel's channel now, and they respond to a lot of bad wrecks. And you would, when you see it, to see what the vehicles look like, you wouldn't think that anybody could make it out alive. But most of the times they do. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't. But you're more than welcome, Mom. Mind of Monsters. Both of you ladies, thank you for prayers and good vibes. Absolutely. Dandy says she thinks of you guys often. Absolutely. Most definitely. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to you and to everybody. Everybody who's experienced any kind of any of your family members being hurt in a wreck or anything, hurt, taken from you in any way, be it an accident, violent crime, or any other ways. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes always to everybody out there. All right, guys, I'll go through my just for people who watch on replay. I'll go through my spiel right quick. So, if this is your first time visiting Southern Gal True Crime, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Like I said at the beginning, I share missing persons, cold cases, current true crime in the news. Most of the cases I cover are the lesser known cases that don't get national attention or even local attention they deserve. So that is why I spotlight those cases, because they are very important. You can find me on Facebook at Southern Gal True Crime. I have a group and a page. If you have any questions, comments, you can email me, or you can pop a comment in any of my videos or live streams. I always get notified if somebody comments on any of my stuff, on any of my content. If you have a case that is dear to your heart, if you knew the victim, if it happened in your home state, your hometown, home city, or anywhere, a case that you know of that you think is not getting enough attention, needs some more awareness, email it to me. The victim's name, the state that happened in, any information you have. I will research it to the best of my ability, find all the information I can. I will do a video or a live stream on it, feature it as a case of the week, or include it in my Missing Person Monday. That is what I'm here for. If you'd like to help support the channel and the search for the missing, I've got to buy me a coffee. I almost said buy me a PayPal. Buy me a coffee. PayPal me. Southern Gal True Crime merch. All those links are in the About section of my page. I think that is all my shameless plugging. You're most welcome. Mind the Monster says, love you, girl. Dandy, thanks for having me at Southern Gal True Crime. Anytime. Thank you, Mind the Monsters. Once again, anybody watching on replay or lurking in here right now, please check out Mind of Monsters. Excellent channel. I've got to get another channel I've got to get over and do some more binge watching. Yes, go check out Mind of Monsters. And I will put Mind of Monsters. I will put your link to your channel in my special friends section. Yes, Dandy says, I recognize good ones, Mom. Mind of Monsters, you're good people. Yep, so I will definitely be putting Mind of Monsters in my special friends link section. I'll try to get that done tonight when I get off here. So you'll go in my special link section, along with all my other special people, special friends, as we call, as Dandy says, we know the good ones. So I'll definitely get that done. So, let me get everything ready, my outro and all that good stuff. Once again, I'm trying to multitask, so it could go into the dumper. Could go into the dumper at any minute. So thank you, everybody. Everybody who watched, everybody who participated, everybody who was here. Almost forgot. Mind the Monsters, Dandy. Junior Johnson. I almost said Jerry Johnson. Junior Johnson popped in earlier. Canine Dream Dog was here from Australia. Thank you. And I believe Canine Dream Dog donated through PayPal. So thank you very much. Also, thank you to this month. Lone Pony has donated. Honeybee has donated. Canine Dream Dog has donated. Thank you very much for everybody's donation. On the next live stream I do, I will have I'll make up a slide with everybody's name who has donated this month of February to give y'all special recognition. So stay tuned Friday for my case of the week. This fellow that a possible serial killer. So if you haven't watched the Missing Person Monday video, please watch it because it ties into the case of the week that I will be premiering Friday, probably around 5 or 6-ish Central U.S. time. And I will be there in the chat with you guys to answer any questions, comments, and chat with you guys while we're watching the video, because you do not want to miss this fellow. I'm telling you, is a piece of work. I have a feeling you guys are going to have a lot to say about this fella. Lots of questions, lots of opinions. See if I missed anybody else that was here earlier. Yeah, Junior was here. Just want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Canine Dream Dog. Karen Lee, yeah, Karen Lee was here. Thank you, Karen. She popped in. That's why I go back to comments, because my memory's not so good. Right, I think I got everybody. All right, so like I said, be ready for Friday for the case of the week. I will get it scheduled and let you know when it will be Friday sometime 5 or 6-ish Central U.S. time. I'll premiere it. I'll be there and chat with you guys. And then probably, so last time I checked, I was at 582 or 83 subscribers, or 482 or 83 subscribers. So I put, and I was over 2,000 of the 3,000 watch hours that we need, so I can accept with a new YouTube policy. If I get 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, I will be eligible to receive super thanks, super chat, super stickers, things of that nature. So please share, and watch so we can get to that 500 and that 3,000 watch hours. I could not do it without you guys. We all do it together. So hopefully maybe by Friday or Saturday we can make it to 500, and regardless if we do or not, I'll probably do a late night or True Crime After Dark live stream. And if we do make it to 500 by Saturday, we'll have a little celebration. So we'll look forward to that. So I will quit babbling now. I just want to get all that in there. So I will thank everybody. Thanks everybody once again for being here. Chatters, lurkers, anybody watching on replay. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.